Hey, Ghana, we die you event planners we this so far. Auntie Unico,
Yeah.
why is your voice down?
What's making you laugh?
No, your voice the is the yeah for me.
What's making you laugh?
Let me just go straight to the point. So, Auntie Unico, tell me, what's one of your biggest challenge when it comes to events, especially in our Zongo community? Just give me one of your biggest challenge.
If I talk this matter and they'll come for me, they'll drag me.
It's Melody that is talking here. When me ask you, they should come for me, not you. Just tell me, let's go. Oh my God.
You see that street wedding that they do? Street event.
Say what?
Yeah.
What did you say?
You know it. You know it too well. It is not just a challenge for we event planners or decorators. It is a challenge for everybody that calls himself a vendor, be it photographers, be it caterers, be it anything, as long as you are in the event industry. But I do not know when that street event is going to stop.
Somebody will be like, I will mash you like kenke, like a kokoro. Look, if I should tell you my experience about that, I don't know why you decided to hit on this topic, event on the street. So recently I had an experience, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't say I've stolen your spotlight.
No,
I
it's
want to
fine.
share mine then.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, you go first.
No. I want you to, because my own is long. Just start.
So this bride, I don't know, the deco was on point. The arrangement was on point. That was before. Believe me, it got to some extent that me as the cameraman or as the photographer,
Yeah.
I don't even have a place to stand.
Oh my God.
And unfortunately that day, I got one of my lights broken. The whole place was so overcrowded that even if the bride should walk out, she wouldn't even have a place to sit and to stand and dance. You understand? What hurt me the most was that after the whole thing, when I did the deliverables and sent it to them,
Yeah.
I have them DMing me back being like, Anna, we didn't capture here. When she wore this attire, you didn't put it on. You did. I was like, really? That very day, I remember vividly even telling the person that, look, this environment is not favoring us. And what is even going on? Either you put the crowd under control or we are not getting what we want. Because tell me, why should the bride be dancing in the floor whilst you are spreading money on her? When you are done spreading money, go sit down. That's when the person will take out his phone, doing a selfie video with the bride.
It does not just work on the street. On the street, no matter how you want it to be aesthetically pleasing, it will not work. Why? Because tell me, we are doing something on the road. Now the decorator has to figure out how to do the decor to be nice. And once it's, let's say, like a proper Zongo area, right? For example, that you know that maybe it's like a shabby road or something. By the time you do the setup, when you try to take videos, now you're seeing like a drying line where people have hanged their clothes on it. You are seeing maybe somebody's kicking a pep, somebody's car parked behind the setup, you know. So you try to now start thinking, how would I take my video that these things will not show?
They'll tell you that you edit it out.
How? Then you find out that, okay, there was this event that I had with some other vendors, right? Literally, the person doing the local bar, she did not have a place, a very conducive place to put her local bar.
That's her
and
stand.
This is food we're talking about. She was literally in front of a gutter.
Whoa, which is not hygienic. Damn.
She was literally in front of a gutter, and that was the best place she could put her local bar.
Wow.
So please, guys, it's not like we're complaining. It's not like we are trying to be dramatic or whatever. But street events, it's really, you'll see that at the end of the day, your videos, your pictures, everything, there's a problem. There's a problem. Crowd control. That crowd control. Because some streets can be very, very narrow. You see events in Nima. You see Nima streets, the way they are very narrow. So at the end of the day, you don't even know who is the bride anymore.
Because everybody's dressing, you know.
Yes.
And Nima, when you are doing events and people are coming out, they come out with their outfits and everything, you know.
This
Yeah.
street
Especially when they are
matter,
using the gilly.
this street matter is something that,
So basically, are you trying to tell us that it's a no-no to organize an event on the street? That is our outreach
it's a
and
no-no. It's
weddings.
a no-no. You know, we do it just because we don't have a choice. You know, at the end of the day, we know that okay, not all hands are equal.
But don't
Maybe,
you
and
think that
sometimes it has to do with family sentimental value as well. You find out somebody telling you that oh, she actually wants to hire an event space, or she wants to do it like at a field whereby maybe the decor will turn out nice and all that, but probably her parents or her aunties or somebody, they want it to be held right in front of their house, and if it's right in front of their house, then that means it's going to be on the street. You know, so sometimes even these brides, grooms, you know, they are not happy with the location, but because it has to do with, you know, like that sentimental value of them saying, oh, you have to do it right in front of your parents' house or
But
something.
Auntie Unico, what you just said right now just brought my attention to something
Yeah.
because I used to think of it this way: why would somebody spend no less than 10,000 to organize an event?
Yeah.
Not less, because when deco comes in, photographers alone, how much do we take?
Yeah.
Decorators, how much do we take? Local
Yeah.
bar, how much do you take? Then I asked myself, so you can spend all this money on the event and you can spend at least 2K, 5K, 7K on the event center or something.
Yeah.
So you mean the family?
Yeah, so that's why I say sometimes it's not that the money is not there. Sometimes it's more of the sentimental value. The family, they'll be like, no, it has to be held in front of the house. Some people will say, oh, their parents don't allow them, like it's a family tradition, they don't allow them to go outside to do. So you'll see that a bride wants to even have like a lavish reception, decor and all that. But because her dad is of the notion that no daughter of mine will do her event anywhere that is not home, you know, so they have to do it at home.
But I think, do you think that value should be held upon, or it's time we abolish it?
No, it's time we abolish it because we times have changed, and you know, right now we're in an era of, you know, social media trends and all that. So for you to make sure that your event is the way you want it to be, then everything from start to finish has to look good. Everything from start to finish has to be on point.
So is this a collective thing in a family, or this is the dream of the bride? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So you said it must be abolished.
Yeah.
Being abolished means we have to go the bride way. And you realize that in our Zongo communities, most of the time when it is time for events or weddings, the bride has no say.
The bride has no say.
And the
They don't
groom
have
also
a
has a
say.
say. They don't have a say.
So I really don't know how long this is going to take for this street thing to continue or stop. Like, I don't know how long, but you know, we putting out this information, probably it will help. You know, maybe there are going to be mothers and fathers and aunties and uncles, the grown-ups watching, so that they can understand that, you know, sometimes, yes, we get that you want your bride to be safe, you know, but at the end of the day, you find out that you are watching your event video and you are like, no, this is more like, it's even looking like a market. It's looking like a market. Nobody even understands the structure of what is going on. You know, there's no structure. Basically, there's no structure. The last time you talked about the need to have event planners in for your weddings,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
So this is the case whereby you are having a street party. There's no planner. There's no plan. There's no plan in general.
So in general, the person don't have. Okay, can I put it this way, that you're not in control of your whole event?
Yes.
Kind of like, okay,
Yes, so
Sunday
it's
is the
just- it's
event,
just
so we
mainly-
just go with the flow.
Yes, Sunday.
It's not intentional.
It's not intentional, you know, and it's very, very painful for us vendors to see that, okay, these people have spent money on outfits. They've spent money to call a decorator, to call a photographer, to call all vendors. But at the end of the day, the event is chaotic. You know, even people attending the event, they've come and gone. They don't know what they've achieved.
So basically, somebody can use more than 700 cities to 1,000 cities on an outfit. She can't even get a
More
decent
than
picture.
that.
That I'm talking about the guests.
Yes.
She can't even get a decent picture because of the
No.
way the place is overcrowded
Of
and
course.
all that. Oh, okay. But don't you think the stakeholders also have a role to play? How many, or in our Zongo communities, how many event centers do we have in our Zongo communities? Sometimes even an AstroTurf will be difficult. Even if there is one, I think it will be only one or two, and
In
there will be
like-
distance,
yes.
and we don't have event centers. So don't you think the stakeholders or the decision makers in our communities or the investors also need to maybe invest in something like
Oh
that?
yeah, I think they really need to invest in it, because if you find out in the Zongo communities, we don't really have that. And I feel maybe that is why they are also comfortable with doing it on the street, you know. So maybe, like you said, if we have stakeholders that would start, okay, investing in, okay, let me create an event space, even no matter how little, so that people can come here, do their events, you know, and everything will go on well at the end of the day. And this street too, even the government, you know, if we're even talking about this thing in the actual sense of it, you now have to take permits from the government to block the road that motorists are passing by. So right now you're inconveniencing a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
even Islam is against that, making other people unease just because of your
You're
own interest.
inconveniencing a whole lot of people. Maybe somebody now is coming to pass. That's the only way they can pass to their house. But because it has been blocked, what do?
They park elsewhere.
And walk down. You've inconvenienced the person. Or let's say somebody is going somewhere. That's the route that is easier for the person to pass. Now you've blocked it. The person has to go and pass a longer route to get to where they're going.
Wow. Interesting. But because, you know, the reason why this thing is a worry to me is this. You realize that they say we are Zongo photographers. So Zongo photographers, they expect you when you are taking picture, you should have a zingle behind you, a drying line, or I think a table room or something behind you. You understand? And me, I always tell them that, look, you can say whatever you want to say about me shooting Zongo events or whatever. What I'm looking for is to tell a genuine story.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I don't mind no matter how the environment is, which really, really matters to me though. If I don't get it, I'll just use what I have.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Provided the person can pay me, because the person will be like, Unico is a big brand. Like, we see what Unico is capable of doing. Why is Unico working in Nima on the streets? She's setting up on the street of Nima.
Yeah.
Your brand is bigger than that. What would be your answer to that?
So at the end of the day, your brand is bigger than that, but you know, the client still comes first. There is little or nothing you can do as a brand to now say, okay, will I now say that because I have a big brand, my client has insisted this is where I'm going to be having my program, and I'll say, oh, because my brand is big and you're doing it on the street, I will not do your event. You know, man must chop at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You know, so now you now look at it that, okay, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to put in effort to make sure that the decor comes out nice, even though it would have not been my preference, you know, but I'm going to put in effort to make sure that it comes out nice.
Nice, okay.
So that's, at the end of the day, that's the answer to the question. You don't have a choice. You just have to compromise.
I see.
Yeah.
What if you have a choice, but then you decided to, let's say, okay, you have a Christian bride, you have a Muslim bride.
Yeah.
But the Muslim bride is paying more. She's going for maybe your premium package, and the Christian bride is going for maybe the moderate one. You understand? But the Christian bride happens to have an event center. She has a space that she has booked for that. On the other hand, our Muslim bride, maybe she didn't book that, or she doesn't have any event space for it.
Yeah.
But she's booking your premium package. How do you go about that?
To me, like I always say, my employees, my students, I keep telling them, literally, every client is the same to me. If you are a client that you've paid 1,000 cedis, and you are a client that you've paid 100,000 cedis, to me, you are the same. Because at the end of the day, I need to give you value for your money. I need to give you value for your money. I need to have that integrity to make sure that however this person goals. Like, I need to make sure that I deliver, be it on the street, be it anywhere, be it in an event space. So the same way I would be planning towards the bride that has booked me in an event space is the same way I'll be planning towards the bride that has booked me on the street. Even so, it's not about the amount.
Okay.
It's about the effort that you would put in to do the work.
All right.
Yeah.
There's so much education you're giving me right now, you know. They say ask the pro and the pros will know. They will definitely tell you as well.
Yeah.
So my final question before we wrap up all this is, where do you see Unico events in the next 5 years?
Oh, wow. Probably Unico events will be the one to probably provide a space for Zongo people to have their events. We're going bigger. We're going places. We're going places. As a brand, you need to have that integrity. You need to be able to deliver at all times. The thing, right? Sometimes, like, you can do everything right, and you might still not be able to satisfy your clients.
It's true.
I feel like that should be a topic for another day, because when
Don't
we
worry,
decide
don't
to
worry.
hammer on
Don't
this,
worry, we'll have it.
you can do everything right, literally.
Yeah.
As a planner, as a decorator, but maybe your client even knows that you've put in effort, but maybe one family member somewhere is telling them, literally, this one, what she did, I don't even understand it. Now poisoning the person's mind against what you have put in effort for. So at the end of the day, as a brand, all I know is I am going to keep striving to be better. I'm going to keep pushing forward to do better. I'm going to push my colleagues as well. It's not just me, because we are serving Zongo. We are doing it for our Zongo community and even beyond.
Okay.
Is that not so? So I'm going to continue to push that, no matter what, we have to get the job done.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the environment. It doesn't matter how much you're being paid. At the end of the day, they say your client is always right. For the fact that you've collected money, you have to make sure you give them value for their money. Okay. That's it.
So in the whole conversation, we kept on mentioning Zongo. So literally, when we say Zongo, what do you mean? Because I know some people will say, oh, Zongo, if she's dealing with Zongo people, me, I don't want to deal with Zongo people. I once met a makeup artist who said, me, I don't do Zongo events. I was offended. Seriously. So I don't know what they have in mind when we say Zongo.
So when we say Zongo, literally, we're not talking about people that are in the slums, right? When we say Zongo, we're not talking. So I think in Ghana here, we've termed that Zongo to be the Muslim community. Do you understand? Muslim community of different tribes. Okay. Hausa, Fulani, as long as you are Muslim, you are Zongo.
Okay.
So we're not talking about people from the slum. We would term Zongo as the Muslim community, basically. Okay. You can be living in East Legon, you can be living in cantonments, the posh areas, but so far as you're Muslim, we're going to call you Zongo.
Okay.
So I feel like that is my own definition. Okay. It doesn't have to be like people that are in the shabby areas.
Okay. Yeah. Or the illiterate or the basa people.
No.
All right. So what if I also say, when we say Zongo, it's a term that we just use or we want to use to identify ourselves with. But that doesn't maybe define who we are.
Of course.
Because people sometimes ask me, hey, Melody, you shoot events, you shoot Zongo events. I said, no, I don't shoot only Zongo events. I shoot Christian events as well.
Exactly.
And I shoot some luxurious events as well. I shoot, just that if the gig comes, I'm there. Do you understand? But people know me, kind of be like, oh, is she away on Zongo AK shoot? No. Me, what I think about Zongo is this. It's just a name.
Of course.
We use to identify ourselves. But we have no limitations.
We have no limitations because, to be honest, what a Zongo person can do when they want to go all out for their events, they go all out.
Hey, can you compare them to Yoruba?
So this is what we're saying. Even Yoruba, don't we have Yoruba people in the Zongo community?
So Yoruba is also part of Zongo.
So Yoruba, this is why I'm saying different tribes.
Oh, okay.
This is why I said different tribes, but all in the same setting.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I get it now.
So there are people that can go out in this, go all out in this.
The reason I'm saying this is that the last time I didn't catch your mouth. The last time somebody was telling me that, oh, the Christian wedding seems to be more organized than the Muslim weddings and it seems to be more expensive. I say, hey, if you say organized, fine, but expensive, no.
So expensive, never, because
The Zongo community event is more expensive
the
than the other
outfits
one.
that the bride.
One bride can wear like 7.
Thank you.
Each outfit wouldn't cost less than 8,000 or 10,000.
Exactly.
Right? With the gold
The
and
jewelries
everything.
and
the jewelries.
everything.
Aha. Let's talk about the food.
So-
From the beginning, since morning till that Maghrib,
They
it's
keep
all about
cooking
cooking
different-
off and down, up and
Exactly.
down, off and fire, off and
So
fire.
the only thing we can say about Zongo right now is to say that organization is not there. You know,
But there are some that are organized. Last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I shot Annie and Ami's
yeah, and
events.
that is
They are
why
Muslims
you said. That
equally,
is why you
but
said
the organization was there.
In your previous videos, sometimes back, they need to have an event planner.
Oh, okay.
By the time you have an event planner, all will go well.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, but in our Zongo community, they believe in they are their own planners.
Okay, my
You
auntie
know,
will handle this.
My auntie will handle
my
this.
brother
my
will bring
uncle
this.
will handle
My
this.
sister.
We are not in that era anymore. We are not in that space anymore. If you want your event to be top notch, to be organized, to have structure, then you need to outsource it. No auntie, no uncle, no cousin. You need to outsource it for it to have meaning.
Okay. So the event planner plays a key
The
role.
event planner plays a key role.
Okay.
A key role.
Wow.
A key role. Your event planner is there from start to finish, making sure that everything goes well, making sure that people are not standing when the bride is doing her entrance, making sure that, you know, the event planner plays a major role, please.
Yeah, blue. Yeah, blue, papa. All right, so this is where I think we'll bring the end to this segment. Inshallah, this is something new. I want you guys here to go check out our YouTube page where we'll be posting the full episode, right? I'm Melody Ibrahim and I'm with my sister,
Aisha Aliyu, P.Unico event.
Mashallah. And you know what? I'll be bringing you more event vendors here.
Yeah.
I'll be dissecting and be narrating and giving and sharing experience and knowledge here so that we can all become better people in our better society. Gone were the days when nobody knows what goes into our Zongo event and how it is done. But now we tend to take control of the host here and the real ourselves. We tell our own story. We drive our own niche and everything. So you know what? Keep with us and inshallah we'll have more. See you next time. Ciao, ciao. Bye.
Bye.